Hopefully I am live. I'm hoping I can see your comments. I haven't gone live on this uh, part of like YouTube in ever. They added the, what is this, the vertical live stream option. So I'm just gonna see if I can figure out how to view the live chat. I don't know how. If not, I can just go get my iPad, I guess, and see if I can see it that way. Because I don't, if you guys are talking, I don't know. Yeah, I have a share option. I have a shop option. I don't know what this little plus does. I can start a poll. I can mute myself. I can change my video. I can change a filter. I can see you guys liking. Oh, there we are. Okay, I see you guys now. Okay. Hi, I figured it out. I had to pull up. So hi, Anita and El Sam and Lisa. Hi, I'm glad you guys can hear me. So that little blob behind me, that is one of my cats. I don't know which one. Raven. I had to find for a collar. If you also hear some noise next to me, my dog is sitting next to me too. So just, you know, welcome to my living room. I had to come live out here just because of the dog. And like, if you hear bells, those are my other cats. So hi, I'm going to give everybody just a minute to like pop on, because I know YouTube doesn't always like alert everybody. So in the meantime, can I show you something cool that I got in the mail? It's not that cool, but I'm excited because I got Inside Out too. So I'm going to probably watch this weekend. If you've seen it, let me know if you loved it. I love the first one. It's one of my like favorite movies. So I'm really excited that I got that. That's not the exciting announcement. There's something else. But I am excited that I got that. So I'm just kind of giving everybody a second to pop on. Hi, Mary and Danny and Connie and Tammy. Hello. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well on this. Is it Thursday? Is it Thursday? It is Thursday. My days are all jacked up. So I was live on Instagram. So if you caught me over there, you already know what it was. I wanted to do that one first just because I needed to get like all my like live jitters out. I don't love going live. I always feel really awkward, especially when it's just my face. So it's always a little bit weird. But we've got quite a few of you on, so I'm going to show you. So I have one book already like out in the world. I have a log book, which helps you log your crafts, keep track of like what fonts you used, where you got images from, sizing, stuff like that. So I thought it was time for another one, and I've been working on this since July of 2019. So it's been a really long time. Hello, South Africa. Let's see, Wesley, hello. And I've finally like perfected it. I sent the like 2 versions before this out to some friends to try out, give me their feedback, let me know what they thought. We did some changing. I've been working like on the version before this one for the past like 6-8 months, making sure that I'm super happy with it. And I can now show you I have a market planner. Now, I'm sorry that it's backwards. I cannot figure out how to invert it, but I need to be able to see your comments, obviously. So I have to have the front-facing camera. It's stupid. So anyways, it's backwards, but it says market planner, plan, track, profit. So I've been using this for, like I said, quite some time, kind of figuring out the kinks and everything and the way I wanted it to like work. And so what this is it's going to help you track any of the craft markets, farmers markets, whatever you're doing with your business. And it's going to help you know what is actually profitable. Is it facing the right way? Well, that's cool because it's backwards to me, but if it's facing the right way for you guys, all the better. So maybe YouTube does it automatically, which would be amazing because yay, because Instagram doesn't. So it was backwards for them, but that's awesome. Cool. All right. Good to know. So this is the right way for you. So this little bad boy is going to be able to track 15 markets, and meaning you're going to be able to keep track of your inventory, your want to makes, your profit, all those things in one book Super easy. I have this available both in a printed version, which would be this, and this comes in a bunch of different covers, but I also have a digital version if you would rather do that one as well. So I'm going to show you the inside of it. So page 1, that's just where you can like write your name, and it just tells you a little bit about the planner and everything that you get. So you get event information sheet, inventory tracking, to-do lists, packing lists, want to make lists, and a profit tracker, but there is more. There is a lot to this, so it's a big book. So first page that you get is just like a QR code. So if you want to order more or you want to check out my socials, I got that in there. And then you get a coloring page. And after each market section is a coloring page. I did that one because I know that markets are exhausting and sometimes it's nice just to come home and like chill out, color something. But also because the page count was going to be a little bit weird. So I wanted to add this just to make sure that we had a good page count and each of your markets would be like super easy to access. So then the next page that you get is an event tracker. And this is going to make it easy for you to know what events were profitable and how much you've made total. So you have your event name section here. And then this next one is the date, so you know what day you did it on. Then you have here, this is like your expenses. So that would be like your booth fee, your table fee, gas, cost of like gas to drive there. I usually will track the gas cost if it's more than like 10 miles or so. And then anything else, like I bought there, like if I bought water or food, or if I bought from another vendor, I do count that in an expense from the event. And then I have a section where you can put your revenue. So that would be how much you made. So let's say you made $1,000, but you spent $100. Then you have your profit. So your profit is $900. So that is like a great way to like know if you actually made money at events. And then there's some notes that you can put down here. So like if you had a really good market that you think you should do again, you can write about it. Have some ideas about like things you want to change up, you can do that too. And then on your next page is a profit tracker. So you assign a value to each of the honeycombs, and then that's based on like what your goal is. So I don't remember how many honeycombs there are, but like you can assign any dollar amount to it. So 25, 5, whatever you want to do. And then you color them in as you go. And once it's all colored in, you've made your goal. So that's super exciting. Then we get into each event. So each event, you've got 15 of them, is going to have the event info sheet. So you're going to be able to track the name of the event, how much it cost you, and your date. Then you have your location, what time is your event, and how did you hear about it. That's super important to me to know because sometimes I hear about it through a friend, or I heard about it on Facebook, or I got a flyer, something like that. And then you have all your event contact info. So name, phone number, email, and if they have like a social media, that one is really important to me because that's usually how I contact a lot of my like folks. And then you've got info for your inside or outside, then your space size. So depending on like 8 by 8, 10 by 10, whatever your size is. And then if they provide anything, you can check it off and like say how many. So like some places will provide a table, some will provide chairs. Some will actually provide tablecloths, just depends on your event. And then you can add an extra one. So if they're like going to provide a canopy or something for you, you can add that down there. And then you have any additional notes. So like down here, I would like to write, like, let's say it's outside and I'm going to be on a parking lot. I can like note that, or like I'm going to be on grass, because that can change how I set up and what I bring with me. So that's important to know. Then this page is one that I use a lot. This page is the what I want to make page. So this one I like to use because if I know for a fact, let's say that the school, there's a local school in the area and their mascot is a shark, I may want to make a bunch of sharks because I'm pretty sure those would sell. And if they don't sell at that market, they'll sell at another one. But this is a great one to use. My one friend is a candle business, and so she would put her candle scents here. Like she would want to make like an apple cinnamon candle, a pumpkin spice candle, and she's got like one that's a pineapple upside down cake. So she'd put those, and then how many she wants to make, and then you fill in the hearts with however many you want to make. And then you can put a little star or something over here once everything's complete if you want to. And you can assign each heart, like if you want to make 20, each heart would be 2 candles or whatever it may be. So you've got that, which I think is really helpful. If you guys are still commenting, I can't see it. So it's for some reason like frozen. You can get the book at CorinneBlackstone.com. It's under my shop tab. They come in a bunch of different covers, and then there's also a digital version. So this one here, this is our inventory tracker. So on this one, you're getting 4 pages of this. That way you can track tons of inventory, and it gives you the name of your item. So we'll just keep using her as an example. So she would put apple cinnamon candle, pineapple upside down cake, and pumpkin spice candle. And then it tells you, like, then the next one is cost. So each of her candles would be like $10. And then it's however many you have. So she's got like 5 of each. She could write her total down here, which is your total cost of each candle, at $50. Then you just total it down at the bottom and add up all the pages at the end. And that helps you know like how much inventory you have total, how much you can, like how much each item costs, because I like to figure out like a general item cost, so an average item cost, and then it tells you how many items you brought. And then at the very, very end, on the one side here, I'll show you right there, is how many sold. So you can mark like 3 candles sold, and that way you know exactly what profit you made off of those candles, you know how many sold, and you know how many are left in your inventory at the end of each show. Then you're just easy to know how many you need to make for your next one. Then a very important one, hang on 1 second. Sometimes this is a little, it's brand new, so like I've only turned it twice. So this is a to-do list, and this is a to-do before your event list. And then I have a event name here, that way you know which one it goes to, and the date of your event, and then a little checklist of stuff that you want to get done. So like tagging your inventory, labeling your inventory. Maybe you need to wash your tablecloths. Maybe you need to iron your tablecloth. Whatever it may be, I like to make a little list for like that week of, and that way I don't forget to do anything and everything's ready to go. I like to really like make sure I have all my stuff done the day before the show. And actually really the day before that. That way everything's just done. And I pack the car the day before, and then everything's good. So I have that list. And then I also have a packing list for you guys. Now this one's a little bit bigger, so I do have 2 columns for you. And this is like everything you want to take to the show with you. So your cash box, your tables, a chair, maybe a sweatshirt, snacks, water. You want to take your tent. You want to take your tablecloths, your square reader, cash, paper clips, whatever you may need, you can list it right here. And then I check mine off as they go into my truck. That way I know I have it, I know it's in there, and I'm good to go. Because nothing is worse than forgetting stuff for your show, especially like cash or your square reader, because then how are people going to pay you? So those are really important. The next page is the event wrap up page. And this one for me is really important because this page is going to allow me to go back and like look at how that event went and what sold. So I have a booth fee here just so I kind of know. I have a total setup time. So I found this little total setup time was really helpful, and that's why I left it there. When I first started, it was taking me almost 2 hours to set up, and I couldn't figure out why. And so I'm like, there's got to be something I'm doing. It shouldn't take me this long. So I broke down some things, changed up my setup, and now I can get set up in 1 hour. So that was really helpful to be able to see like how long it was taking. And then right here, you have the how long was your event. I also think that's really important because if you do a 2-hour event, you're probably not going to profit as much as you would for like an 8-hour event. So that's something that's really important to know, is like how long were you there? Then I have a little spot for your best-selling items, and this is going to vary by your events. So like I said, if I went somewhere with a school with the shark as a mascot, and my sharks were my best seller, I'm going to know that if I do that event next year, to bring some more sharks. If I go to a beach town and the turtles sell really well, I know to bring turtles next time. But this is just really helpful to know what sold best at that event. And I find each event changes, so just keep that in mind. Then I have totals section. So your total section, you have the total number of the items that you took. So this would be like 100 items total. Then you have the total inventory cost. So if each item cost $10, I would be what, 10,000? I don't know. I can't math that. 1,000. Then you have your total, sorry, I'm trying to read it backwards. Total number of items sold. So this would be like however many obviously you sold. And then your total revenue over here. And then you can add some notes, and I just kind of gave some little prompts down here to like help you think about like, okay, what do I want to remember about the event? So what would you do it again? That's always an important one. what would you do differently? And for me, when I was starting, it was I'd set up differently, or maybe I'd bring more cash, or I would bring more sharks, or whatever it may be. And then what did people ask you for that you didn't have? So if I went somewhere and I got asked a lot for frogs, I would add some frogs into my what do I want to make for my next event list, because people want those. People are asking, do you have this item? Do you have a frog? And I didn't, so I should add that to my inventory. Then I add a coloring page. Now all the coloring pages are different. So there's a bunch of different like types and styles. So like I said, these you can just leave blank if you want to, but I just thought I'd throw them in there for something fun to do. And again, you can get these at CorinneBlackstone.com. I absolutely have been using this book for, I have another one, not this one. This is my new one. I wanted to keep this one blank so that I could show everybody. But I've been using one for about 6-8 months now, and it has really made a difference in my profit. Knowing what I want to make, keeping track of that inventory. I know that like for me, it's hard if I go back and think, well, 6 months ago I did an event. What did I sell at that event? What was a big seller? How much did I make? I don't remember, but I can go back and look at my book and be able to track it. And then on the one that I'm using, I just wrote in Sharpie right down here with like on like a little sticker when I started that book. And then when I end it, I'll put that date on there too. That way I can go back and look at it. Maybe next year I want to start signing up for some events. So I want to go back and say, gee, was that event that I did at that park a good event? Was that event that I did with that church a good event? Did I like it? Did I sell? And then like, here's another one of the coloring pages. So I found that this really helped me not only keep track of my own stuff and my own sanity, but it also really helped me profit a lot. So like I've got all these different like coloring pages and just fun things. You can just have those. And then there's enough to track 15 events. So it's a huge book. It's 177 spiral bound, good quality pages with a good quality cover. The cover is glossy, as you can see. And this is going to really help you guys if you are a small business. Now, this is not just for CRICUT. I purposely made this so it could work for anybody's business, no matter what you sell. I think this is going to be easy to track. And that's why I sent it to friends who did other types of businesses. So I had a candle business and a 3D printing business, and then I do crochet. But I got so much good feedback, and we made this, and then they both got the new version that they've been using for a couple of months now, and they both have really liked it. It has really helped them as well, and I think it would really help anybody who does like marketing, like for like small markets, you know, like the business markets or the vendor markets, craft fairs, whatever you call them in your area. Here, they're typically called vendor markets or farmers markets, even though like they're not actually, like most of them don't have like fresh fruit and vegetables. But I have one on Sunday, so I've already started writing out like my inventory. I already know like specific items that I have a lot of, that I'm going to be making items, or like items I know that didn't sell. And then I go through, I add up all that inventory, I figure out how much inventory I took. And I always have a goal for a price worth of inventory to take to each event. And it just makes it so much easier when I get home. I can re-inventory and make sure that what I think sold, and that nothing got stolen or lost in the process. And then it helps me know really what my profit was, because your profit's going to be different than what you actually think. Now, obviously, you need to take into account any kind of cost of materials and stuff like that. And I don't do that in this book. I do that on an Excel spreadsheet because it's just a little bit easier. But this book really helps you keep track, make sure you're actually making money, make sure that you know what events you have coming, because that's another one. I know it can get really hectic when you have a ton of events. I have a planner that has all the events listed, but then I also list them all in here in chronological order to make it easier for me. And then one thing that I really love is being able to check that total profit at the end of those 15 markets and see how much I made, and then see which ones were really worth it. The other thing that I like to do too is where I have the market name, I'll put like, if it calls for it, I will put like, it rained, it was hot, because that can really affect your market and how well it goes. So I did one where it poured and it was not a good market. We still sold stuff, but it wasn't as good as I hoped it had been. And then we had one where it was like legit 102 degrees and hardly anybody showed up. I sold like 3 things. So that wasn't necessarily the market's fault, but it was the weather's fault. And I feel like that's something really important to know, because if you go back and look and you think, well, gee, I only sold 3 items at that market, I probably shouldn't do it again, but the weather's going to be gorgeous, you may end up not doing a market that could have done really, really well. And I like to put lots of notes in here about, all sorts of things, whether, like I said, whether you're on concrete, whether you're on grass, whether you're inside, all of that stuff is great information to know. And having that contact information right on hand is perfect. And I love being able to take this to my shows with me, having that contact information just in case something goes wrong, knowing that it's all right here in my hands, knowing what inventory I have, knowing what I was able to profit from. So again, CorinneBlackstone.com is where you can find this. This is my 2nd published book, which is crazy. Like I said, I've been working on this forever. So July 2019 was the first draft of this that I could find, because I used Canva for it. And it is so different from what I ended up publishing. So I'm so happy to finally release this to you guys. If you have any questions or you want to see another page again, let me know. It is in my store. They come in a bunch of different covers. I know they're there. I have them up. I checked. CorinneBlackstone.com. Click on the shop option and it'll take you to shop all, and it'll be the first couple sections. There's a digital one and then the printed ones. So I gave you kind of options if you guys didn't want to get a printed version, that you could get the digital. The digital doesn't come with every single page in here, because obviously I wanted the printed one to be a little extra special, but you can definitely find them there, and I'm obsessed. I love it. I think this has really made a huge difference. So my craft business, as I call it, so it's my crochet business. I wasn't treating it like a business as I should have been from the beginning. I was just treating it as a hobby until I realized, you know what? It needs to be a business. So I did all the things, made it a full business, and started really tracking everything that I did and made. And I have found that I profit so much more. And this has really helped me with pricing as well. It helps me see that maybe some of my items might be underpriced because they're selling so quickly. And some of my items might be overpriced. So it really helps with that as well. And it really keeps you on track. It keeps you accountable for everything. And I just think there's a lot of information in here that's so important to have. And I love being able to easily go back, look back at an event and say yes or no, I really enjoyed it or I hated it. It wasn't worth it or it was worth it, or maybe the weather was just bad. It's always up in the air. So I have an event Sunday and it looks like it's going to be a high of 85. So it's going to be a little bit warm, but we're past that super bad humidity. So whew, thank God. And it's going to be hopefully a really great day. So I'm looking forward to it. Wesley says, wow, thanks. This will help with my custom pop-up greeting cards. That sounds fun. If you have a website, will you drop it in the comments so I can go back and check it out? If you Etsy or anything like that. I love a fun greeting card. I actually am one of those people that keeps all of the cards that people give me. And so I always like to give really fun ones because I know people keep them and I think it's just fun. So yeah, let me know if you've got a website because I would love to check those out. But yeah, this could be used very easily for a greeting card business. And that's what I love about it. It's not just the craft tracker is great. Love my craft tracker, but it's really only for Cricut people or silhouette people. This is for everybody. This can be used for any kind of business. I'm actually gifting one of these next time I go to an event to a lady that I know because I think it would really help her business a lot. So I'm going to gift it to her because I have a couple extras because I obviously ordered a few to test them. So I can't wait to give it to that. Ing Marie says, looks really good and useful. Like it. Well, thank you so much. That makes me really happy that you guys think it's going to be helpful to you guys because I really had all of everybody in the small business community in mind when I made this. I was really trying to think of all the things that would help people grow their business, would really help people advance and make money and be profitable because I want to see you guys succeed in whatever you're making, whatever you're doing. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Super excited. I can't wait until you get it and check it out. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. But that was my big thing. I'm the small business markets and the small business community is such a wonderful, 99% of the time, wonderful place. Everyone is so supportive. I always want to see people succeed. And that's why I wanted this, because it really helped me succeed. Hurry up, mailman. Well, I'll hopefully hurry it along for you. I'll try. But just so you do know, these do come direct from the printer because it was cheaper that way for you guys, for me to do it that way. But they do ship really, really quickly. So you should see your tracker pretty quick, your little market planner very quickly. They are a wonderful company. I've used them. They're who do my logbooks too, and I think they did such a wonderful job. So I'm really pleased with the printer that I use. But like I said, it was cheaper for me to have them direct print and ship to you. Otherwise, I would have had to charge like $50, which is insane. Just insane. Danny said, how long does shipping take, give or take? I'm in Florida. You've got your first event. It should be there long before the 4th or the 6th. It's usually like 2 or 3 days to print. And then shipping's usually 2 or 3 days. It's not that long. They're really quick. I'm really happy with them. The printer does such a good job. They are easy to work with. They're wonderful. So it doesn't take that long. You should definitely have it before October 4th through 6th. I'm so excited though. Yay, a first event. What do you sell? Tell me more. I need all the details. And that's a long event, 4 to 6. Yeah, that's like what, 3 days? That's a long event. That's really exciting. I really hope that you do well. I just want to see you guys like succeed. And I know you will even without this, but I just feel like this is super helpful. And I love, love, love being able to like share like things that I've learned, but I also love learning from all of you as to like, what did you learn at your markets? Like what's something you would do different? What's something you would change? Dave says, oh, yay, because this is something that would definitely help. I think it would. I really do. It has helped me so much. I used to get a lot of anxiety before I would go to do a market because I'd be like, oh my gosh, do I have it? They should be able to be. I believe international shipping is on. I will double check if it's not, but it should be. If not, I'll make sure to try to get it turned on for you by the end of the night. But I'm pretty sure it's turned on. Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, I was so nervous because I was like, what am I taking? I don't really remember everything that I have. And this really helped kind of soothe me in a way. Like I was able to know, okay, I've got 6 dinosaurs, 4 blueies, whatever it may be. So I really think that it helped a lot with that anxiety. And then it helped me visualize too. Like if I have all this stuff, like where is it going to lay out on my table? How am I going to set my tent up? All those things. Southern Rock Junkie, I wish we were in town this week. I'd ask you what market you're at this weekend. So just in case anyone is nearby, I'm doing a market in Wellington, Ohio. It's in their town square. If you look up the Herrick Memorial Library, you can just use that address, or the town hall. It's right there in like the main part of town. It is this Sunday, the 15th, from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. It should be really good. We've got a lot of vendors. We've got just a lot of great stuff. Wellington's a cute little town. It's like a very like, I don't know, like country place. There's cornfields everywhere. But I'm excited to do that one. So that one should be really, really good. I think that's going to be a fun event. And then I've got another one, October 1st. That one's going to be big too. It's going to be a harvest festival at the IGA in LaGrange, Ohio. That one is from 5 to 7. There's going to be a bookmobile. There's going to be a toucher truck. There's going to be tons of vendors. Lots of fun stuff at that one too. I did start a Facebook page for my crochet business, Corinne's Cuddles, if you want to check it out, but don't feel pressured. You don't have to. It's like I said, I still treat it a little bit like a hobby. But like, I'm so obsessed with this. This has really turned that hobby business into like a real feeling business. Wesley says, I don't, but it's in my design space. Well, if you do, I'm gonna look you up. But if you want to start selling them, like online, let me know because I want one. They sound really fun, so I'm excited. But this one is gonna be really cool. Like I just think this is gonna be so helpful. And like I said, it comes in a bunch of different like cover designs. I do want to add some just plain ones too. I did a lot of like fun prints, but I think we need to add a couple plain ones just in case anybody doesn't want like strawberries or flowers or whatever. So I will probably add those. Let's see. Anna, I'm glad your video came across my feed. I just got here. Can you explain your process on how you keep your inventory? Absolutely. So I use obviously my market planner, and I'll turn to the inventory page to show you. what it looks like. So what I do is I write down my item. So whatever I call it, so whether it's like a dinosaur or a turtle, an octopus, I write all that information down. And then this one here is the cost. So that's cost per item. So like my dinosaurs are $26. So I would write 26 here. And then you write however many dinosaurs you have. Now, just because I can't do math, let's say I have 10 dinosaurs. So my total cost is $260 for my dinosaurs. And then I can say that I sold, let's say I sold, what did I say? I said I had 10 dinosaurs. Let's say I sold 5 dinosaurs. So I know that I made $130 on dinosaurs. So that's how I kind of keep my track of everything. You can order at CorinneBlackstone.com. It is CorinneBlackstone.com. Or I can also, I forgot, I have a QR code in here too. So if you want to, if you can scan that, if you're watching on anything but your phone, and actually you can screenshot it on your phone and it should take you right there, but you can get them right here. And that's my website, and they are under the shop tab, and there's a bunch of different, I think there's like 6 different cover options that you can pick from, and you'll get a different cover. And like the back cover is just plain, it just has my logo across the back, and then the back cover will be like the whole pattern of what you chose. So whether you chose the strawberries or the florals or the watercolory smoke, whatever it may be. And then you'll get, you know, all this cool stuff. So you get like your event wrap up, the coloring page, all the cool stuff. Danny says shirts, bookmark, car coasters, candles, and cups. Might add those felt eyes because I'm not overwhelmed enough. It's fun to be overwhelmed. Come on now. But yeah, this would be perfect for you because you do so many different things. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to like keep track of everything you have. That's going to be such a good like amount of stuff. It's going to be really fun. I think your event's going to go great. I am hopeful for you. Fall events really do well around here. Summer's a little hit and miss, but once you hit fall and into like the like Christmassy type season, when people start thinking about like Christmas shopping, that's when our vendor events kick off. I do a lot in the summer because I have the time for it, and I do usually do pretty well because of my audience. My audience is children in the age range from like 5 to 16 and parents with children in that age range along with grandparents. So I have a pretty good like range of my customer, and that's one thing that's really important. Like when you're doing markets, know who your customer is. Are you selling to the person who loves to buy different tumblers for every season? Are you selling to the kid who likes bracelets? You know, whatever it may be, that's really helpful to know. And that's one of the things here that's like really helped me narrow down like what I make and what I know like sells. I always have items from $5 to $50, and this really helped me put this together like too, so I knew kind of what price ranges I want to keep it in. Judith, I just answered that, but I think I turned on international shipping. If I did not, I will get it turned on. I'm going to do lives on TikTok, and then I'll go turn it on if it's not on. I was pretty sure I did, but now I'm questioning it because maybe I didn't. But it should be no problem once I do turn it on if I haven't yet. It should ship to New Zealand, no problem. I'm pretty sure the tracker, the logbook does, so which means these are basically the same as far as like shipping's concerned, and I don't think it would be a problem. I just don't remember turning it on, and now I'm like, oh no, did I not? Because I might not have. So if for some reason it's not on, try a little bit later, give me like a couple of hours, and I'll pop into my website and make sure I get it turned on, because I know that I've got a lot of watchers like in New Zealand and Australia and all that. Anna says, very cool. I definitely need one of these. I have so many items. I look forward to getting one. I'm getting ready for a really big event on the 2nd of November. That's fun. That's a good time too. Pricing everything. See, and that's one thing that I do find is so helpful if you do markets, is to individually price your items. Don't have just like a big price sign. People don't want to read that. They don't want to try to figure out what it all means. Just price your items. It's so much easier. And Danny says, yes, I'm adding small inventory of Christmas and Valentine's Day stuff. It's mostly spooky stuff. And the event is a 3-day convention called Spookalo. Ooh, please cross your fingers for me. You got it. I love that it's a whole spooky convention. I think that's amazing. I've added a few spooky things to my stuff. I've got like ghosts, cauldrons, pumpkin pie, not really spooky, but fall. What else do I have? I have something. Oh, spiders. I have spiders too, and a couple bats. So I do add some spooky stuff this time of year. Got a couple Christmas things in the works. I actually have one. Hold on, I'll show you him. He doesn't have his ears yet. Do you guys know who that is? No ears yet. I got to sew those on tonight, but look how cute he is. He's such a little cutie. He always sells really well for me, but they're very, very pain in the butt to make. Are you on TikTok? This will save a lot of time from searching to see if I still have things. Yes, I am on TikTok. It is Corinne Blackstone 0 is my TikTok name. Yep, it's Stitch. Isn't he cute? I love him. But I got to sew his ears on tonight. I've been putting it off because I hate sewing his ears on. I'm always so afraid I'm going to like mess it up. I don't know why. I've done it a million times. And then I'm working on a rubber duck. And then I've got to fix this guy. You guys might know who this guy is too. Ignore all the yarn wrapped around the head. Do you know who this is? I can give you a little hint too. So his mouth opens. So he's got like a... But I need to fix him. I made a mistake. So I got to go back and figure out how to unmistake my mistake because there's not really an unmistake. So I think I'm going to have to redo how he is made, which is fine. Like I'm just going to have to kind of redo it. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to sew his head closed like this. It's supposed to be open, but I think I'm going to end up having to sew it closed because I made a mistake. I'm going to sew it closed, and then I'm going to put the stitching. So he's just going to have a closed mouth instead of open, which, like, it's fine. It's no big deal. I kind of don't like his open mouth anyways now that I've made it, so I think I'm going to fix him. He's so cute, isn't he? I love him. No 1. It's just 0. It's just Corinne Blackstone 0. Yeah, Stitch is so stinking cute. I have a feeling he's going to sell this weekend. And that is exciting that you're coming to the LaGrange one. That's going to be a really good event. I think that one's going to be huge. Lots of vendors already signed up for that one. Touch a Truck. They're going to have the bookmobile, so that one's going to be really, really fun. So, yeah. So, I just wanted to pop on and tell you guys a little bit about my market planner. I love it. I'm so excited about it. Tell your friends, you know, all the things. If you have other small business people, let them know about it. I would love for you to, like, tell them all about this. Share my video with them. They can learn about it too. But this is going to be such a fun product that I think so many of you are going to benefit from. I'm going to pop off here. I need to take my dog out, and then I'm going to pop on to TikTok in just a few minutes just so that I can, you know, catch them over there, let them know what's going on, and then we got to make dinner. So it's going to be a fun night. But thank you guys so much for joining me. And thank you all for your orders for the couple of you that have already ordered. I so appreciate it. Like I said, I will check on the international shipping. I know I can do it. Just might have to turn it on and figure out how to set that shipping cost. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in a little while. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And as always, happy crafting.